Hi, everybody. Welcome to our third annual Houston Sports Hall of Fame ring presentation, as well as the unveiling of the plaques on the Walk of Fame here at Green Street. I'm Todd Callis, as Patty said. It's my first time at this event. I'm very pleased to be here with so many great dignitaries and some of the legends in Houston sports. And we are so happy to be sponsored and presented by PNC Bank. We are honoring 4 legends today and permanently cementing their legacy into the rightful place right here on the Houston Sports Walk of Fame. We'll have the Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner with us in a little while. He is going to be part of the special presentation. Want to welcome the McNair family for being here. Janice, Cal, Hannah, thank you so much for being here. And our 3 Hall of Famers. Sportsman of the Century, World Athlete of the Century, Olympian of the Century. When you're not talking about years or decades, when you are something of the century, you are the apotheosis of track and field. Houston's own Carl Lewis. Next to him, gentleman who is not only a Houston Hall of Famer, but long overdue, going into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame this year. 1994, 1995 magical years here in the city of Houston, the first World Championships, 33 consecutive years with the Rockets. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, Rudy Tomjanovich. While Carl Lewis was setting records in 1984, the other person that captured the hearts of America also calls Houston home. America's sweetheart, not only the first woman Hall of Famer here in the Houston Sports Hall of Fame, but the first woman ever to win the individual all-around in 1984 gold medalist and America's sweetheart, Lou Retton. Right now, I would like to welcome to the stage the CEO of the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, Janice Burke.
Thank you so much. Well, I told the Sports Authority staff it wouldn't be Walk of Fame Day without the rain. It just always seems to be that way when we get ready to lay the sidewalks. But nonetheless, we are here. We're so excited. We like to talk about at the Sports Authority how we are here not only to oversee the stadiums, which we have beautiful stadiums here in Houston, and to do the sports marketing for the city, but just to build memories. And all 3 of you, I know exactly where I was when I was watching you make memories for me and my family, and I'm sure that all of Houston feels that way. So we're really excited to be here today and to celebrate you, rain and all. We're 3 years into this dream. So when I arrived in Houston in 2006, I had this vision that, I looked around and I saw all of these Olympians and professional sports players and these wonderful venues and avid fans, and I said, we are a sports city, yet we don't celebrate it enough, and we need to have a Sports Hall of Fame event. It took many years for that vision to become reality, and I can't think of a better person. There's probably no one out there that could have taken this dream that was in my head and brought it to reality than Patty Smith. So Patty, thank you for all that you've done to make this a reality for Houston. And thank you to the Sports Authority staff who just adds to that creativity and innovation every single year to make this a bigger and more special event. We started the Hall of Fame program the very first year. We announced that we were going to do it, and we started with just the walk. And then last year we unveiled the interactive kiosk in partnership with the Greater Houston High School Football Coaches Association. This year, we have another surprise, but we have to postpone it because we'd like to have more of the public to be able to attend, and because of the pandemic, we weren't able to do it. But the next phase, let me just tell you, is exciting, and I can't wait to unveil that and have all of Houston marvel at it. Of course, nothing is possible without partners, and we have the greatest partners here in Houston. I tell this to people all over the world when we are bidding for events. Our corporate partners are amazing. The philanthropic spirit here is just great. And all of these people I'm going to mention, they caught the vision when it was just words. We hadn't done an event yet. All we could tell them is what we wanted to do. And they stepped up and they became our partners. So from the beginning, the presenting Hall of Fame sponsor, PNC Bank, led by Julie Suddeth, they've shared that vision and commitment. Thank you. To Midway and Lionstone, our good friend Brad Friels, who not only planted this seed, but graciously hosts and houses all of this for us every single year. The amazing Fred Coiler from Diamond Cutters International, who of course you're gonna get a chance to see his breathtaking jewels here in a moment. But Fred, thank you for not just catching the vision, but saying we wanna be the best. We wanna be spectacular, and every year you just wow us, so thank you. And then the very talented Opie Otterstad. This man has not only created our Houston Sports Trophy, which has your famous quote on it, but it's his paintings. These paintings will eventually be housed in our Hall of Fame at some point. So Opie, you are worth more than you'll ever know to us. Thank you again for being our partner. And now I'd like to acknowledge Bob McNair. And as we honor these Hall of Famers up here today, I'd like to personally acknowledge and say a few words to the McNair family. Hannah, Cal, Janice, thank you for being here today as we prepare to unveil Bob's plaque on the Walk of Fame. He meant so much to not only the city of Houston, but to the fans and to all of us. He was one of the first people I met when I got to town, and I couldn't believe how gracious and kind he was. And I thought, I feel so special. But then I realized as I got to know him, he didn't just make me feel special, he made everybody he met feel special, and that's just who he was. And I am so thankful. I know he was a big part of the Sports Authority's beginnings. He was around the table as we created that stadium and talked about the plans and talked about bringing Super Bowl here the first time in 2004. And he just means so much to us. He brought football back to Houston, and as we honored him at the Sports Awards back in January of last year with the Lifetime Achievement Award, the selection committee unanimously voted that his plaque should be included with this year's class of Houston Sports Walk of Fame. Not only because he's a lifetime recipient, because of what he means to this city, and he is the only recipient that will have a plaque with the Hall of Famers. So thank you for being here today for this special moment. And I'd like to invite the mayor up to join me. Thank you for being here. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while with all that's been going on, but the mayor and I would like to present to you, Janice. We know you love flowers. And for every year that Bob McNair was here with us in the owner, 17 roses for 17 seasons. Thank you so much, and I'm going to have the mayor say a few words.
Look, let me just say good afternoon. It was kind of interesting. Janice started talking about Bob McNair and the mist stopped. So I count that as a good sign. Look, let me be brief. This is a very special moment. Carl Lewis. Looked up to him for many years, saw him run, tried to run like him, didn't succeed. But hey, 9 Olympic gold medals, 10 championships, University of Houston product. Could not be more proud. Thank you so very much. Rudy T, Hall of Famer, back-to-back, Clutch City, outstanding coach, and icon for the Rockets. Thank you, man. All the best. Mary Lou, I tell you, an Olympian, 1984. I remember that vault, 10, dancing on the floor, the parallel bars. Houston proud, Houston strong. Thank you for just being an icon in the city of Houston. And then what can I say about Bob McNair? Janice, Cal, Hannah, all us came, all us is right here. They left, and the city of Houston was saying, okay, what do we do? You can't be Houston in Texas without having football. It just doesn't work. And so we needed someone major to step up to bring it back. And thank goodness Bob McNair and this McNair family did just that. Brought football back to the city of Houston. And not just brought it back, but for Bob McNair, there would not have been a Super Bowl in 2017. And so we want to thank him posthumously for that. And then the generosity of this family has been overwhelming. People may not know, over $500 million you all have shared with the people in this community. And just recently, even though we don't talk about it, Janice, I called you myself when people were being evicted, and from the generosity of your heart, you gave willingly in a conversation that took less than 2 minutes, and you said yes. On behalf of the city of Houston, Janice, Cal, Hannah, Bob, thank you so very much. This is Sports Town, icons, and because of them, more will come. To the Houston-Harris County Sports Authority, Janice, you've done an incredible job. And for this Walk of Fame, quite befitting for the city of Houston, because it's what sports that bring us together. And these iconic figures, in many ways, are more popular even than the mayor. So thank you all so very, very much. Go Cougs, Rudy T, Hall of Famer, Mary Lou, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mayor Turner. Without further ado, let's present some rings. Sounds good? How about if we introduce the man that created some of the most beautiful championship rings in the world right here in our backyard in Houston, from Diamond Cutters International, Mr. Fred Cuellar.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Wow. Be next to these legends. I remember being a kid and thinking, God, one day I could be great. I like basketball as well. And I tell my wife, only one thing kept me out of the NBA. I didn't have any talent. But my dad told me there was lots of ways to be part of a team. And so when I grew up and became a jeweler, I said, well, I can make championship rings. I can make Super Bowl rings and World Series rings. And it was an honor to make Hall of Fame rings. Rudy, if you could stand up, I've got something special for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you take a peek first. Now, I've been tested. I'm good, because we want to see your face when you look at this. So I'm going to pull my mask down for just a second. Go ahead. We're good. Everyone's been tested. So everyone's looking. We want to see your expression when you see this. And we went pretty special on this. We wanted a ring that when everybody looked at it, they went, this was the man who brought 2 championships, the first 2 world championships to Houston, Texas. So anyway, I'm going to open it up, let you look first, then we'll turn it, let them shoot it, and then we're going to let you try it on. You ready? Go ahead. Not too shabby, huh? Okay, I'm going to turn it around, let everybody see. Now let's slip it on. There we go.
Oh, it's
there we go.
beautiful.
All right.
It's absolutely beautiful. Great job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Rudy Tomjanovich. Fred will then introduce our next Hall of Famer with his presentation.
Carl, wow. I was curious if there was a list you weren't on. So I went to Google to see if there was ever a list created that had the greatest athletes to ever live, and I couldn't find a list that didn't have you on it. It's an honor to be on the same stage. A lot of people have asked me, why did we come up with what's on top of your ring? And when everybody watched you, your feet were like Mercury's feet. They were magic. And so we felt it only fitting to put canary yellow diamonds and Mercury's foot on the top of your ring. Come up here. There we go. So you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So let's
Flip
open.
it back so I can see it.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
not too bad. Let's
at
let
that.
everybody take
Yeah,
a look
look at
at it. All right, let's slip it on. Here we go.
Oh, I didn't gain weight.
How's it look?
This is amazing. Look at that. I'll actually wear this. You know, I get a lot of the rings. I'll wear this one. Thank you so much. You know, people talk about the world's fastest human, but I was a long jumper. And so if I didn't jump far, you wouldn't really know me. And if I didn't come here, you wouldn't know me. So this is really special. Thank you so much. And I'll cherish this forever. I think this is the last list I could be on.
Thank you so much, Carl.
Mary Lou, when they showed me the lineup for today, I said, well, isn't it women first? And they said, no, sometimes maybe you save the best for last when you consider that you're the first woman ever in. And so when I was young, I would hear the term age before beauty. I think I understand what's going on here. If you could stand up. And so everybody can see your face. There we go. Oh, there we go, so everybody can see. So I'm going to open it up. Now, yours is special. You specifically asked for a pendant. This is the first pendant that we've made for the Hall of Fame. So what we'll do is we'll show everybody. You'll get to see the front of it, but we've done a little something special. I think you already know about the back side of it, but we'll start with the front side of it. So Kurt, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Let's let everybody take a look.
Wow.
There we go.
Stunning. That is stunning. Yes, and I will wear this
Now-
a lot. Oh my gosh.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it for just a second, and you can see that on the back side, we have it.
You have to read it.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses.
It says Mary Lou, America's sweetheart on the back.
Oh my God.
So that, yeah.
That is stunning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. That's a beautiful piece of jewelry. I'm honored. I mean, these guys have already said it. I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing work, Fred, as always. Congratulations to the Hall of Famers. Now, in just a little while, we're going to open it up for questions here, but before we do that, we're going to start a new tradition here on Hall of Fame Day. So we're going to announce next year's Hall of Fame class with the 2020 Hall of Famers announcing who will be inducted in the 2021 class. So this year's sports awards are going to be on April the 26th. It's going to be the week of the Insperity Invitational and part of a great week of festivities. It'll be an outdoor event associated with the golf tournament right on the Carlton Woods Fazio driving range. So the 5 new Hall of Famers and their families were all notified last week. They're going to be inducted at that great event on April 26th, so make sure you mark your calendars for that. And we're also going to have, in addition to the people on stage, we're also going to have the Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner announce as well a couple of names. But we're going to first start, ladies first this time, with Mary Lou, with the first time ever we're announcing to the public who is part of the 2021 Hall of Fame class. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to hold it? Sure. All right. It's my honor to announce the first member of the 2021 class to be inducted into the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. He spent his entire 15-year career with the Houston Astros. He was the 1991 Rookie of the Year. He was the 1994 National League MVP. He also was a 4-time All-Star and was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2017. I'm honored. I love him. He's a dear friend, Jeff Bagwell.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary Lou.
I am privileged to announce this next member of the Houston Sports Hall of Fame class of 2021. He was the 3rd overall pick in the 2003 NFL Draft. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, played 11 seasons with the Houston Texans, and was the first honoree inducted into the Houston, Texas Ring of Honor, Andre Johnson.
Thank you, Rudy. Carl Lewis, you have the podium for the next honoree.
I had not looked at it, and oh, okay. All right, it's my honor to introduce the next member of the Houston Sports Hall of Fame, class of 21. He spent his entire career with the Houston Astros and is a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. He had 7 All-Stars, 4-time Golden Globe winner, and his number 7 hangs right over there in the stadium. Craig Biggio.
Killer Bees, Craig Biggio, Jeff Bagwell, Andre Johnson, 2 more 2020 Hall of Famers, and here is the Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Thank you, and I'm doubly privileged to introduce the final 2 members of the Houston Sports Hall of Fame class of 2021. They were 2 University of Houston legends, 2 legendary coaches that were not only winners, but forces in changing the face of intercollegiate athletics in the South by recruiting African-American players. And sadly, we lost one of them this past year and the other back in 2015. They were the first ever posthumous inductees into the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. Remember them dearly from the University of Houston days, Bill Yeoman and Guy V. Lewis.
All right, what a class. Thank you, Mayor Turner. What an amazing class of 2021. And remember that date, April 26th. There it is.